Let's take a big picture look at what's going on here. Over the next decade, 2 decades, it is expected that there will be $150 billion worth of oil and gas extracted off your coast. It's an extraordinary figure, but think of it in practical terms. That means, according to many experts, more than 2 billion tons of carbon emissions will come from your seabed, from those reserves, and be released into the atmosphere. I don't know if you as a head of state went to the COP in Dubai.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. Do you know that Guyana has a forest forever that is the size of England and Scotland combined? A forest that stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon, a forest that we have kept alive, a forest that we have kept alive.
Does that give you the right? Does that give you the right to release all of this carbon?
Does that give you the right to lecture us on climate change? I am going to lecture you on climate change because we have kept this forest alive that stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon that you enjoy, that the world enjoy, that you don't pay us for, that you don't value, that you don't see a value in, that the people of Guyana has kept alive. Guess what? We have the lowest deforestation rate in the world. And guess what? Even with our greatest exploration of the oil and gas resource we have now, we will still be net zero. Guyana will still be net zero. With all our exploration, we'll still be net zero.
There's powerful words, Mr. President.
I'm not completed as yet. I am not finished as yet. I am just not finished as yet. Because this is a hypocrisy that exists in the world. The world in the last 50 years has lost 65% of all its biodiversity. We have kept our biodiversity. Are you valuing it? Are you ready to pay for it? When is the developed world going to pay for it? Or are you in the pockets? Are you in the pockets of those who have damaged the environment? Are you in the pockets? Are you and your system in the pockets of those who destroyed the environment through the Industrial Revolution and now lecturing us? Are you in their pockets? Are you paid by them?
If you see something, say something.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in this truth. I'm Bathaka Moth, GMS Dallas. Just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. I'm going to entitle this lesson, These Nations Are Mad, man. And I just borrowed a clip I got it off of the up and coming elder down in New York, Amawan Gabar, but I think it originally came from the elder GMS Watchman, the brother GMS Watchman down there in New York, and it originally came from his page, but I'm borrowing it from Amawan Gabar's page, and as you heard the video, you know what I'm saying, these devils, you know what I'm saying, making accusations. And then the president of Uganda, the Ugandan president, came back, man. You know what I'm saying? Showing these devils up, man. You know what I'm saying? All the madness that they've been doing in the earth. You know what I'm saying? And the things that they've been doing. And one of the statements he made was about them destroying, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he went into them destroying something. But that's exactly what's going on, man. And a matter of fact, the scriptures go into that. So I'm gonna grab this real quick in Revelations, the 11th chapter, going into the very destruction that he was mentioning. Let's see. And this is, saying are they in the pockets of those who destroy the I can't remember exactly what he said, but yeah, they're that's what they do, man. They destroy. They conquer and they destroy, man. You know what I'm saying? He was given the blessing of the sword, to conquer. And then, he's the wicked. So he's the man of sin. He's the man of destruction. He destroys. He's death. He represents death. So all these things add up to everything that these devils have been doing in the earth. This is Revelation chapter 11 and 18, and it reads, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come." So these nations are angry, man. The Ugandan president showed his anger just now in that video, man. And that's the sentiment of all these nations. All these nations are starting to realize that they jumped into bed with this whore and they got burnt, man. You know what I'm saying? And there are scriptures that go into that, Revelations 14:8, Revelations 17:2, Revelations 18:3, which I'll grab one of them. It goes into how these nations drink of the wrath of the fornication, Salakia, drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Talking about America, man, Esau. They took on, and that wine represents the philosophies, man. They took on the philosophies of this devil, his ways. And for a minute, it worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked, which I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Let's go back. I'll grab it. This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. So these nations are mad. And now the wrath of these nations is about to come upon these devils, man. And the time of the dead, going into these other nations, that they should be judged, and including 2/3 of the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? They're part of the dead in these times, and they're going to get judged as well. It says, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, going into the elect, and 1/3. And overall, the nation of Israel are the saints. You know what I'm saying? But in these times, those saints represent the elect and 1/3, that one part. That's going to be bought through the destruction of fire, man. What's that? Zechariah 13:8, or 9 rather. It says, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So in the president mentioned that, how they were destroying. I can't remember what he said. They were destroying something, and their hands in the pockets of and part of the destruction of something. But that's what they do. They destroy. They destroy, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the scripture just said. And shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth, because that's what they've been doing, man. Chemtrail in the air, GMO in the foods, just every poison in the water, supply, and just everything these devils are doing which is all part of the death. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude represents death. He's death. You know what I'm saying? So shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth. So destruction is coming to these devils, man, because they're destroying the earth and everything in it, man. You know what I'm saying? And these nations are angry, man. They're mad as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, these nations have drank of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So real quick, let me grab one real quick. So I'm gonna stay in the book of Revelations. I'm gonna grab the one in 14. And is it 14? And this Revelations 14:8, and it reads, there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, which we know that represents America, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. There it is, man. So Babylon is falling, man. This place is going down. It's going down fast, man. And now these nations are angry. You know what I'm saying? Because they grabbed a hold of this place. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? They're starting to find out that it was never in their benefit. It wasn't beneficial to them. You know what I'm saying? Of course, America made everything look all good, packaged it up and made it look good. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, these nations got rich, man. What's the one that says that? I believe it's in 18. Let me get that one in 18. Because it goes into how these nations, let's get the one in 17 and then we'll get the one in 18. Let's just get them. This Revelation chapter 17 and verse 2, and it reads, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Boom. America, man. All these scriptures are going into the same thing, man. How these nations drunk the wine of Esau, America, and now they're regretting it, man. They're starting to see it wasn't beneficial to them. It wasn't to their benefit. As a matter of fact, I'll just start at verse 1. The point is in verse 3. I just started the top point is in verse 3. It's Revelations 18:1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory, going into Yahushua, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of her of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So that's going into the destruction of America. America is about to be become a desert and a place for doleful creatures, man. Owls, screech owls, and lizards. Which the Bible calls dragons. You know what I'm saying? Desert-like creatures are going to be here, man. This place is about to be destroyed, man. Isaiah the 13th chapter breaks that down as well and goes into it. But it says, for all nations, verse 3, here's the point. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. So, yeah, these nations got rich, man. They looked towards America, and got rich. You know what I'm saying? So they jumped in bed with her, and that shit worked for a minute. That crap was good at first when they got in bed with that whore. That shit was good. It worked. Then all of a sudden, they got burnt, man. You know what I'm saying? Which, as a matter of fact, real quick, let's get into that real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. Because I just made that statement that everything worked for a minute. This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. And it reads, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Yeah, that golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything worked for this devil for a period of time to fulfill prophecy. His forefather cried, Genesis the 27th chapter, that forefather cried, asked for a blessing, the Lord blessed him, gave him the fatness of the earth and the dew from heaven, man. So, hey, for a period of time, everything worked. For a period of time, though, that short season, that little season, you know what I'm saying? Everything worked for this devil. So he was that golden cup, so everything looked good to these nations at first, man. They jumped in bed with this whore, and that shit was good. It was feeling good. It was good until after they got done, and then he went on his way, conducting his everyday life. And then all of a sudden, just like that dude in the streets that goes and lays with a whore, shit felt real good, and he thought that shit was off the chain. And then later on, he starts finding out he's feeling some type of way down there. And then now he got a drip. You know what I'm saying? He got burnt, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening with these nations, man. Just like that dude that'll be angry as hell, these nations are mad, man. They got burnt by this whore, man. It wasn't in their benefit. But Jeremiah 51 and 7, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, which represents the philosophies of this devil, man. That wine, the philosophies, and they jumped on board, man. It sounded good. He packaged that shit up, made it look good, and they jumped on board. Therefore, the nations are mad because now they're seeing, you saw the video, they're seeing that these devils are devils, man. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't to their benefit, Verse 8 says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. And it's not going to be so be, She's not going to be healed, man. Ain't no balm for this whore, man. You know what I'm saying? It says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. And that's exactly what's going on, man. This devil is about to be taken out, man. They're about to be destroyed. These nations are mad. They're angry. So they're getting ready to be destroyed, man. These nations going to come up against this devil, and they're going to shoot missiles on this place, man. 200 a million missiles is going to hit this place, man. You just read it in Revelations 11 and 18 to destroy them which destroyed the earth. So destruction is coming to these devils, man. Yeah, these nations are mad, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, real quick, let me grab one more. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 9, and it reads, Isaiah 14 and 9, it reads, Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. And that's what's going on, man, because, hey, again, these nations are mad, man. They're angry. So it says hell from beneath, which is a condition. Hell is a condition. Hell represents the grave, you know what I'm saying? But it also represents hard times, you know what I'm saying? Oppressive, hard, slavery, just hellish times. It represents nothing good, bad things, man. You know what I'm saying? But hell from beneath is moved for thee, for who? Esau, America. When you read up, it goes into the king of Babylon. This is Babylon, America, aka Babylon. The king of Babylon is Esau in these times, man. You know, so it's talking to Esau in America, man. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stir up the dead for thee. The dead represents these other nations, man. These nations are about to rise up against this place because they're angry. They're mad. We've been reading it, you know, and they're ready to shoot missiles on this place. Even all the chief ones of the earth. There you go. These leaders, man. You know, just like that Ugandan president. That's a leader. That's a chief one, you know, and you heard him talking to that devil, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not happy with him. You know, because for the longest time, Esau has been able to do the things that he's done, point fingers at everybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? And point out their flaws and the things that, you know what I'm saying? Just like he was trying to go about some about the waterbed and the president had to correct him, you know what I'm saying? On his BS and nonsense, man. You know? So it says, but he represents a chief one, you know? And it says, it hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations, Salakia. And that's what's going on, man. The kings, these leaders, of these nations are about to rise up and they're going to come against Esau and they're about to burn this hole, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what's about to happen. So let's get one more. Let's go to the Apocrypha. Let's get one more. Because missiles are about to be shot on this place, man. You know what I'm saying? These devils are about to get it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16. And let's go to verse 13 and just get to the point. This is, come on, man, really? Salakia, man. It always makes me do this when I go to my Apocrypha for some reason. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 13. And this is what's coming, man. As a matter of fact, let me see. I'll start at verse 9. I'm read down a few verses to verse 13. The 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 9. It says, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? Rhetorical question. The answer is no one, man. You know, that fire is about to come forth from the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that righteous anger, that indignation, man. It says, he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Again, rhetorical. No one. Everybody's going to fear, and everybody's going to be afraid, even the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 11, the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? And again, rhetorical. No one. You know, whoever the Lord is after, they about to get crushed, man, including 2/3 of Israel, man. Verse 12, it says, the earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof, the sea riseth up with the waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. Exactly. Everything is about to have to get, you know, there's a scripture, I believe is in Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter. And it asks, was the Lord upset with the rivers and the trees and the mountain? You know, was he upset with the things? You know what I'm saying? And nah, bro, you know, but they got to pay too because of this devil's rulership, man. The earth has been given into his hands, so everything is tainted, everything is contaminated, everything is through, so everything must go, like that movie with Will Ferrell. Everything must go, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the times we're in. That's what's coming. And it says, verse 13, here's the point. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. You know, them silos, you know, and his right hand represents Yahweh Shai. You know, and the Lord is going to have a spirit on these missiles, man, that they're not going to miss. We're just going to go into it. Let me keep reading. You know, Joel, the 2nd chapter, breaks all that down. 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, and verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. You know, those arrows represent those thermonuclear missiles, man. And shall not miss. There it is. They're going to hit their mark. Joel, the 2nd chapter, breaks that down. It says because the spirit of the Lord is going to be on these missiles, man. You know, the missile defense system ain't going to be able to stop it. You know, nothing is going to stop it. They're not going to run into each other or land on one another or hit each other. No, every missile is going to have a spirit on it of the Lord, man. And they're going to make their destination and they're going to hit their mark. They're not going to miss. So it says, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. There it is. Those thermonuclear missiles are going to be shot into the ends of the world. And the ends of the world represent America, man. And these nations who are angry at this place are the ones that's going to be doing the shooting. You know what I'm saying? So it's on and popping. You know what I'm saying? In America, Esau, these wicked people are about to receive the beast of these nations, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's coming. Those are times when, and that's what's going on. But these nations are angry, man. These nations are mad as hell. And soon World War III is going to pop off, and they're going to shoot missiles on this place, and they're going to destroy this place, which is all the will of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that, hopefully this was edifying to the hopeful elect, which I'll be a part of, Baba Sabab Kasha, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shah Dawadah, Shalom.